are you guys doing today? My name is Anima and welcome to the first Pokemon ORAS battle of 2015 versus Szendral. The first battle of 2015, and I cannot pronounce my opponent's in-game name. I'm sorry, Szendral. I'm sure there's actually a way of saying that, and I'm just showing how truly uncultured I am by being unable to say it. Anyway, let's hit music 7 and get this show on the road before I embarrass myself further. By the way, there will be a question of the day at the end of the video, folks. Now, let me get my phone so we can take a picture real quick. I am proper yellow because, as I have explained, there's no good lighting in this room. I need a white light in here so bad. So this is a UU-ish match. I've already explained that when I was tweeting out for battles that I have an OU Pokemon and a borderline Pokemon in my team here, so my opponents do know what's happening going in. I just totally forgot that Sylveon and Volcarona were the way they were, so... Anyway, so he's got a Blastoise, a Florges, Hydreigon, Entei, Durant, and a Donphan. So this is pretty interesting. Potential Mega Blastoise indeed. So let me let you know who I brought. I brought Beelzebug, the Volcarona, Dory, the Sharpedo, Hot Wheels, the Donphan, Katsu, the Sylveon, Pamela, the Roserade, and Handsome, the Heliolisk. So we're looking at probably a Mega Blastoise, Scarf Hydreigon, Banded Entei. That's all I'm going to guess just looking at it, but I have no idea. No idea, really. Looking at stuff, I actually think that Pamela is probably the best lead. Yeah, I think that Pamela is probably the best lead. Because I think my opponent might lead with Donphan. Yeah. And I can just sap all my health back with Giga Drain and whatnot anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lead with Pam, and yeah, I can just be a complete parasite towards them, basically. So I anticipate them leading with Donphan so that to get up their Stealth Rocks and stuff. My team's not especially weak to Stealth Rocks apart from Volcarona, obviously. And people want to get rocks down to deal with Volcarona. Out comes this bugger. And I do not want to take a potential Draco to the face, so I'm just going to make the safe switch into Katsu. Because I know it's like, whatever, the U-turn is so obvious that it hurts, but I don't want Pamela taking unnecessary damage. So I'm just going to go straight into my Sylveon, because if I were my opponent, I'd probably just drop a Draco, to be honest. Because everyone always goes to the U-turn. But we'll just have to wait and see. So there's the Flamethrower, so yeah, I just couldn't risk taking any unnecessary damage. So what we're going to do... Bollocks, we're going to get burnt, which sucks, but like, whatever. It's just life. So I do expect my opponent to switch into their Florges here, not wanting to take a massive hit from my Sylveon, from my little Katsu kitty. It's weird that I didn't deliberate that. This Katsu is actually named after Keima Katsuragi, who is a wonderful viewer of mine. I don't like the word fan. You know, I don't like the word fan. I don't like describing you guys as fans. It feels weird. I don't feel like important enough to warrant fans or whatever. It sounds very self-indulgent. And self-important, actually. So, now let me see. I do expect the switch into Florges, but what am I going to do about that? I reckon I'm just going to go right into Pam. If he goes for another Flamethrower, I'm going to be really confused. Just because I can end this thing immediately. And I do believe it's his Scarfer, so I'm just going to switch into Pam. Oh, Pamela. He is actually going to hard switch out, so I do believe he is a Scarfed Hydreigon. Let's see the Florges. Now we're going to see Robin. It is the Florges, great. I was worried. So good, we do manage to succeed in that double switch endeavour. We're going to come out with, oh, Pamela! And, yeah, we're going to drop a layer of spikes. Let's do this. I know I see the Donphan, but if we can panic that thing into spinning, maybe get some residual damage across the team, it'd be pretty cool. He's probably going to switch into said Donphan to take a potential Sludge Bomb coming from my good self, or they're going to go straight for the Wish. So, but my opponent does end up switching out, going into Durant, actually predicting the Sludge Bomb. So this is honestly okay, because I'm going to be able to get off my spikes. So Durant's a fucking threat. It's a fucking monster. Do not even mess about with Durant. That was a pretty good switch, actually, now that I think about it, because Durant is a beast. And resists both of my stabs, so that was a very good switch. But I could have hidden power, fire, My opponent doesn't know that, but this thing does clean outspeed me, and it would have been a pretty badass thing if I'd gone for Hidden Power Fire, but I'm not Technician Roserade, I'm actually Natural Cure, so on. So, what can I do about you? Well, this is honestly a good switch into my Hot Wheels, because there's not really much that my opponent can do. They could go for the Hone Claws, but I'll just Earthquake this thing to all holy hell, and then go into my Volcarona, and then laugh. So, I'm okay, I think, right now. I don't know, though. So there's the Iron Head. We should take that, but Durant does a lot of damage just by virtue of it being a Hustle Life Orb. Oh my god! This man knows a threat. This man knows the power of Durant. The power of Durant! Now what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, I am quite tempted to go for an Earthquake, actually. I feel like it, you know, I really do. I really feel like going for an Earthquake. Okay, let's see. He's not going to switch into... switching into Hydreigon would not be that smart. I don't know. Is he? We'll see. What's he going to be like? Maybe Donphan. Donphan won't take any damage anyway. I think my best... don't know what to do, because I feel like he might stay in, because that damage wasn't awful. It wasn't awful, so I'm kind of feeling like he's going to stay in. Ah, fuck it. Let's just go for the EQ. I'm going to go for the EQ. Nah, damn it. Should have gone for the rocks. Oh well, oh well. Either way, I do believe Donphan is going to come in, so let's see. Roshi is Blastoise. So we're going to get some damage off on Blastoise, which is great. That's super. I'm very content with that. Our lefties are going to pop. I do believe Blastoise outspeeds me anyway, so not that big a situation there. I won't be able to kind of guess anything from there. So I'm actually just going to... what is taken? The damage count for 6th gen has a different name, by the way. It's a different link. I didn't know that until watching PokeGame's ORAS team building video. He doesn't need me shouting out to him. He's like so big. That wasn't even a shout out. That was me looking up at somebody who is floating in the clouds. So let me think. What am I doing here? Mega Blastoise. I just want to find out Blastoise's speed. I should just totally outspeed you, really. Roserade. I don't think there's anything it can do to one-shot. But you're gonna go for Ice Beam. You're not, though. You're not. I think you're just gonna go for Water Pulse because are you though? Because you see my Heliolisk. I could just switch right into my Heliolisk and then laugh. He could predict. That would be a bit of a ball ache, wouldn't it? I could switch into my Heliolisk. Wow, that would be a play, wouldn't it? Should I switch into my Heliolisk though? I don't know if it's too obvious. It's probably pretty obvious that I could go for into my Dry Skin Heliolisk. I really want to go into Powler so I can just... Oh, maybe he's just going to Rapid Spin though. He might just be a Rapid Spin. What we're going to do, we're going to go into Handsome though. I really do hope for the Water Pulse. That would be pretty sweet. I'm hoping for the Water Pulse. Heliolisk can take at least one hit, but if he's gone for Aura Sphere, then lol. But I don't think he has. I think that'd be pretty risky because I do have a Katsu. Yes. So this is great. So Handsome is here, and she's queer. No, she's not. She's not even a he. Wait, she's not even a she. Handsome is a he. So what we're gonna do now is, well, I'm a bit concerned because I don't really want to overpredict here, but as I said about Handsome, his special attack stat isn't brilliant. So I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Grass, as my opponent is going to switch into their Donphan. No, Florges. They're going to go into Florges, surely. No, going to go into Donphan. Ayy! Florges was the safer switch, though. But they wanted to have an electric immunity. So Handsome's going to go for Hidden Power Grass. This is what I made you for, kind of. Oh, the damage! Handsome! You did it, buddy! So now what we're gonna do is go for the, we're gonna go for the Hyper Voice on the follow-up. No, that's stupid, surely. That's dumb of me. I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I should. We're gonna go for Hyper Voice on the follow-up, in case my opponent switches into Florges, so that we do a bit more damage, because it's stab. So out comes Robin. We've only got our spikes, which is upsetting me. I would like to have more than that. So we'll go for Hyper Voice! Oh my god, Handsome! Yes, my baby boy! You did it! Okay, so now I do expect my opponent to just go for Wish Protect and all those kind of silly shenanigans. What we're going to do is go for the Volt Switch, though. It's the best thing we can do, really. Just get the hell out of here. We did great damage to the Don fan, and we've weakened the Florges to a point, but obviously if it has Wish Protect, yeah, there is what I can say, but we'll just deal with that. But this is the safe and free switch into Oh Pamela. There was a song by somebody with a very moody sounding voice as a wish. Yeah, that's called Oh Pamela. And it's good, it's good. Now what we're gonna do is go for our spikes again. I don't care if Donphan comes in, Donphan can fucking come in if he fucking wants to, I don't give a shit. Robin's gonna go for Protect there as we get up our next layer of spikes. This is pretty awesome. Yeah, bang. So this is pretty cool. We're gonna get our second layer of spikes. We're beginning to stack right now. And I'm upset about this Durant being a situation. I really don't want it to just come in and fart around, you know, doing Durant things. But I'm tempted to get up a next layer of spikes, but I think what I'm gonna do is just go for Giga Drain. Just in case my opponent wants to switch out into Durant, I want to get some damage off on it. I really don't like the idea of going for a Sludge Bomb and the bloody Durant coming in and me being like, no damage. So, this does, I think, quad resist me though, I'm not sure. Either way, let's go for that Giga Drain. Whatever, damage is damage. So that's some damage, that's okay though, I can totally live with that. And what we're going to do here is... is it time though? Is it time to switch into Beelzebub? Is my opponent going to double switch is the question. I don't know though, they're in quite a difficult position and I've still got Pokemon to sack. I mean, like, no one's died yet, but it's that kind of situation where, like, I've got 2 layers of spikes and there's weakness, there's, like, damage across the team on his side right now, so... Hot Wheels is the safe switch, so I'm just gonna do that, really. I can recover no matter what happens, in terms of whatever this Durant is gonna do. I mean, unless my opponent goes into, like, someone else, I don't know. If my opponent doubles out into Donphan, that'd be pretty scary, but I don't know. I don't really know what's gonna happen here. So there's the oh wow, crit X's there. That wasn't very nice. I didn't like that very much. But my opponent might feel like staying in and trying to whack me again because of that. So I'm just gonna go for the Stealth Rock. Just try and get up my final, well not my final, my thingy of Hazard, blah blah. Out comes Magellan. Which is the Hydreigon as I go for Stealth Rock, my opponent trying to dodge an Earthquake there. So, unfortunately this thing is still a pain in the urethra, in my opinion. So, yeah, this is bad, because nobody outspeeds this. Nobody outspeeds this. What can you do? You can Dark Pulse, I suppose. I need to get some damage off on you, otherwise we are going to be in a very tight spot. Now I would like to keep my Donphan in relatively good shape, to be honest. Every time this thing comes out it's going to take a fucking life, I don't like it. I'm just going to go into Katsu though. And maybe try and smooch something, I don't know. Maybe try and smooch something, I don't know. If he has Flash Cannon he's going to go for that and that'll upset me. But I know that Katsu, from experience, I know that Katsu can take Specs Flash Cannons, so let's try and judge on this damage if it's Specs or not. It's not Specs, it's Scarf. So, Katsu's going to take that just fine, I don't even care. And maybe he might go for it again, and that would be a bit shocking, but what we're going to do is just go for... Do I go for Draining Kiss or not? Let's just go for Hyper Voice, I need to do damage. As my opponent goes to the next Flash Cannon, Katsu, you can take it, I know you can. We took it! If you didn't know from my maniacal laugh, this is if you were not looking at this tab and you were doing something else. Either way, Katsu took it and dies, so that's a bit sad, but we took out the Hydreigon. I know from experience that Katsu can live, like, that wasn't Specs, so I knew I could live, it's fine. So, we are 1 for 1 right now, but I have a definite advantage. So who to go into right now? I kind of feel like going into Handsome. My opponent might go into their Durant, and I wouldn't really want to endure that situation. I kind of feel like going into my Volcarona. That might be an idea. Do I do that right now? I don't know, man. But he probably is going to go into the Durant, because that's like the best. That's probably the best switch in right now. I don't know, man. Or the Entei? Is Entei coming in right now? Is that really what's happening? I'm worried about this Entei, I truly am. I'm going to go into my Volcarona. I feel like that's the best thing. Oh, shit. Out comes Entei. I was like, is Entei really happening? Entei is happening. Oh, God. Should have... I kind of felt like going into Zon Fan, but no. So, he is going to take a lot of damage, which is pretty nice. He put pressure on me, which is very sad. But, he could go for a banded Sacred Fire right now. Or a Flare Blitz. Thing is, a combination of... Actually, we need to check if he's banded or not. So what we're going to do is go for the Roost, just to see what he goes for. As he does, in fact, go for the Sacred Fire. Which does extreme damage. That is banded damage. That is banded damage for certain. So, that is huge. That is huge damage. So... Now, let's see. What can I do about you? Let's see. Volcarona. I have no speed. I have no speed investment, so let's just see how I am without any kind of speed. So, we're 236 at level 50. Let's have a look at Entei. Entei, all-out attacker, 236 at level 50. After 1 QD, I should outspeed. And I do live, so I'm going to go for the Quiver Dance right now. Because I know he's banded. Just from that crazy damage! Gavolt, man! So we're going to outspeed him now. Now what I need to... I just have to Bug Buzz him. Unfortunately he resists Fiery Dance, but I just want some damage off on him. But I just need some damage off on him. This is a fucking beast. I hate Entei. He's not Scarf though, he is banded. So what we're going to do is go for the Bug Buzz right now. And yeah. This should do like over half or whatever. I mean not over half of what he has remaining. As he goes for the Sacred Fire. So now let me think about what to do from this point. That was a bit of a pointless turn, I should have just gone into my Sharpedo and laughed. But now what can I do? Can Dory sweep from here? Yeah! Yeah, I probably can. So Entei will be dead to hazards. Donphan's weakened. Let's go into Dorito. Let's go for that Protect. As my opponent is just going to stay in and try and go for the Sacred Fire. We will outspeed now. So this is fine. We outspeed, and I do believe we outspeed everything, but I'm not sure. What I'm going to do now is Waterfall, because I don't know how comfortable I am without speeding the Durant and so on. And we'll get another turn of speed boost anyway. So down goes the Entei, and we might be on the start of a Sharpedo sweep now. We'll just have to wait and see. Either way, this monster is dead, and I'm happy about that. The Durant I'm afraid of, understandably, because Durant is a boss. Durant, I don't know, it's Life Orb, so out comes Roshi, Mega Sharpedo. I should just be able to kill everything now. I should just be able to kill everything from this point. So let's Mega Evolve and go for the Crunch. Should be absolutely no problems from here on out, I believe. Should be anyway, I'm not sure though. Boom! Some tasty turtle this evening. I'm actually in a bit of a rush because we're going to go and see. I need to render this thing and have it ready by like in time to go and see a film and so on. It's a bit... We are tight on time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here you are. My old friend. Darkness, my old friend. I hate you! Florges! Right. Now. You have Protect though, don't you? So you're just gonna go for Protect. Ooh. No. No, this isn't happening. Can I just waterfall and kill you, or are you gonna protect and then wish protect? I don't think a waterfall's not gonna kill you. Is it, Florges? You're the most disgusting Pokemon I've ever seen. But Waterfall does have a chance to kill. Waterfall does have a chance to kill, and I'm not exactly screwed if it doesn't. If it doesn't, so let's just go for Waterfall. Let's go for Protect. Useless Pokemon. Hate this thing. That's all it ever does. Hey, go bet the flower. Go protect. Sorry. It's mean-spirited of me. Well, whatever. Let's just go for the Waterfall. We'll at least cripple the Florges. I'm just gonna chuck my Sharpedo at it. I'm just gonna lob my shark at this thing. We should kill it, honestly. Oh, okay. Yay! Revenge! The revenge! See, that's what... see what I mean? It's a roll. It really is. Rolls are just terrible in Pokemon, aren't they? Revenge! I can't even play because Florges is so good. It was like one of my favourite Pokemon starting out. I honestly have a lot of history with Florges. I deeply love Florges a lot. So down goes the Durant. I do believe this is a clean Sharpedo sweep henceforth. Yeah, my opponent's last Pokemon is the Donphan, who dies to entry hazard damage, I think? Maybe? No. No. Just hanging on there. Okay, we're just gonna go for Crunch because I can. And that's gonna be the way. My opponent does go for the Ice Shard, just trying to get that you know, just that little statement that says I'm fighting, you know, I'm still fighting. And that, my dear friends, is gonna be the game, ending on a Sharpedo sweep. Sharpedo Dory getting her revenge, sort of, against the Florges that thwarted me last battle. If you did see that, it was a real sizzler. How lame is that? I honestly shouldn't say things like that. But you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to say it. Sizzler! It was sizzling. It was really, really good. And I do suggest that you go and look at it because it was really, really, really cool. Really, really close game. Really close game, although I may have spoiled it with my outburst just then. But anyway, thank you so much for the challenge. Szendral? Am I saying that right? I'm not completely sure. Either way, your Twitter link will be in the description down below, as well as a YouTube channel. If you have one, please let me know in case I forget. So, folks, today's question of the day is, what is your favourite film that you've seen in the last year? So, in 2014, what is the favourite film that you have seen? If you're not really much of a cinema person, there has got to be a film that you have seen at some point, even if it's like an old film. Like, it doesn't have to be out this year, but what's a film you can remember within the last year that you've seen that you're like, that film was the tits? This could be very literal or figurative, depending on who you are. So, for me, I really... Oh, what was it? It was really good. I saw so many good... Oh, How to Train Your Dragon 2. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon 2. That was awesome. That was probably one of the best films I've seen. Did I give this man an ice, though? There we go. But yeah, so How to Train Your Dragon 2 was amazing, and if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go and watch it. It was a really, really, really good film. Oh, and Big Hero 6. Oh, that was ballistic. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna... say those two. Those two are really, really good. Big Hero 6 was amazing. It was so awesome. It really, really was. I don't know if we saw Her last year. Did we see Her last year? It was 2014, wasn't it? We saw Her, and that is a film that could have been like my favourite film. Same with My Girlfriend. It could have been our favourite film, but it just went weird at the end. It just went weird. Like halfway through, they got jumbled up and confused in their own concepts and didn't quite know what they wanted to say anymore. So either way, I really like that film, Her, and if you can deal with the end, it's honestly a really nice film. But I'd say Big Hero 6 and How to Train Your Dragon 2 are amazing, amazing films, and you should watch them immediately. So drop your recommendations as well. Yeah, whatever genre you want, of course. So thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye!